Say what?
It's like a little
Upscale?
yeah,
Shishi fufu?
too much for my taste.
You want to say the word whitenized? Door le door.
Oh my god, look.
The Robinson Ale House. All right, well, we're about to go up in this spot. Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Really, we getting change so that we could really go up in here and stay for a while.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. Kane.
What I like about your voice is that it echoes against the wall.
We'll check back in a few milliseconds. Peace.
A few milliseconds for you guys.
So where we at?
We're at the end of our secret stash hunt, and we've gotten a ton of stuff, as you can see here. 2 shirts. This.
Mommy's in the shot.
This.
Here, Jay, hold it.
You hold it.
1/2 millisecond. I guess you can start charging it up. I think we're finished. Special edition of The Sun and I, you already know. Say something prolific for the people.
Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash.
And I'm sorry, what's your name?
I am no one of any consequence.
He's no one of any consequence.
Don't worry about me.
No one of any consequence.
Yeah. From the TV show, of course, he's holding it down. Poor guy on Saturday. They got him slaving over the cashier. Well, we're about to rack up. I got my Wolverines. I'm about to build them all back up. You already know. I'm barely 10% in, but I'm gonna get them all back one by one. Peace out. Love you, miss you. We just left the secret stash. I won't say how much we spent.
A lot of money.
You know, a good amount, more than a couple $100s. But you know, my man Mike serviced us from Comic Book Men, and did a great fucking job. I think we really knocked out a good portion of this Wolverine set that I'm trying to renew. And Mr. Kane got some Deadpool stuff. And I don't know what else.
Deadpool pop heads, poster, t-shirts.
And the camera woman is cold right now. So we're going. We're leaving. Love you, miss you. Peace. Yeah, yeah. What's good? Welcome to another episode of The Sun and I video podcast. I'm your man, Mr. ID. It's my son, Mr. Avery Kane. And it's another week. we took a special little Goonie adventure this week. We went over to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. It's a comic book store. We racked the fuck up. First and foremost, I have to say, big commendables, much props due to Miss Jacqueline, Lady J, my queen, for blessing the shit out of us. She made sure that we ain't go out there for no reason. Believe me when I tell you, we walked out with
A lot of stuff, which I have some of mine to showcase.
more than a lot. Mr. Kane,
Like $300, $400.
let him know. As you saw before the episode started, you saw our little movements on Saturday. That was Saturday, right? That we did that?
Yeah.
You know, little excerpt of our day. We were taken care of by Mike of the Comic Book Men, one of the guys on the show on AMC. Cool as hell, super fly. Took the time to answer my boring ass questions of Wolverine, and you know, I'm trying to build that collection back up. And it was a great experience. You know, we was blessed.
Very good.
We was blessed. Go ahead, Mr. Kane. Let him know.
Alright, so I got some of my stuff to show off. You got anything with you? Oh yeah, you do. You got the whole box. Let's just say a box full of comics he got. He'll showcase those, I guess.
Bro, we bought so much stuff. My man had to get a Kohl's box from somewhere to fill it up because we had so much shit.
I'm going to start with a small thing. It's not really that big, but it's the Invincible Iron Man, the beginning of the end. This was 15 cents on the 17th of September. I don't know when that came out.
I believe it's issue number 17.
Issue number 17.
The month was September.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. I believe that comic came out in 1969. Something like that. If you were able to see it really, really well out of the plastic, you would know it's far from a 10.0 mint condition. I would say I'd give it a strong 6, maybe even 7. But as any comic book head knows, you could only sell comic books if they're 6 or above. So, you know, AV got a really good one on
to
that
top
one.
that off, since it's Iron Man, I didn't even peep this, but I just realized I bought an Iron Man pop head, the same suit from the comic book.
No, I think they could see the actual picture better than Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
You know, because of the glare.
It's the Mach 1?
Mach 1.
Mach 1.
Mark 1. Whatever.
Mach, whatever.
Mark, yeah.
It's a good one. I like this one. Next up, I love Deadpool. Favorite comic book character ever. So, I bought the complete collection. There's a few of these. This is just a complete collection of a few stories. Graphic novel. Yeah, I bought the complete collection. This is one of the 2 that I saw. And I did not get another Deadpool pop head, but I do have one. This is just, standard Deadpool, nothing really special. And then, to top off more Deadpool, I got 3 more comics. We'll start with this one. Deadpool, Mrs. Deadpool, actually, and the Howling Commandos. You see, this is the coolness right here. To even give more, we got the World's Greatest Magazine, Deadpool. That. And then blah, 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 blah. Another Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos, number 3. The other one was number 4.
And so apparently there was a pool full of dead people, and Avery just grabbed them all the fuck up. That's probably what happened.
And then I got 2 more comics and a few more pop heads. Another comic I got that I really like. This is cool. 2 of my favorite superheroes, not just comic book superheroes, Shazam and Superman. This is Shazam and Superman versus each other. How do you think that would turn out? I haven't read it yet.
Who the fuck is Shazam?
He's the kid. I don't really know his lore, but he's a kid.
You don't know his lore, but he's one of your favorite comic book heroes.
Because it's kind of cool how he's a kid and he could just say Shazam and he turns to this big buff guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a kid and he runs up and he goes Shazam.
Oh.
Lightning comes down. He turns to a big guy.
Okay.
And he can shoot lightning and stuff.
I guess so.
And Superman, Clark Kent, the man of the hour. Then I just finished reading this one. As you can see, I still kept it in the plastic. I put it back out. Put it back in. This is Deathstroke, Gods of War Volume 1. This is actually a very good comic. I don't want to spoil anything just in case you want to read it. But it's basically, the whole thing is Deathstroke dies and his master regenerates him, and someone took his son. While he was doing a fight or something. On the other side, someone took his son. And now he has to go find them and do a bunch of things. He goes to Gotham City in the comic. I'm not going to say who he fights, but you can kind of put that together. But yeah, that's a very good comic. And then, a few more pop heads. I ended up getting Captain America, number 6 pop head. I got a lot of the early ones. Very mad that we saw Jason Voorhees and we didn't pick him up, and he's worth about $70.
Picked him up and put him back.
But the Joker, $70 as well, or $100 actually, $140 for this guy. And I paid what, $13?
$13 he paid for it.
And this is the Joker, wonderful. And you can't get Joker without Harley Quinn, but we made another mistake. We picked the wrong Harley Quinn.
There were 3 different versions of Harley Quinn. One of them from the video game, Arkham City or whatever.
Asylum.
Arkham Asylum video game is worth a pretty penny.
It's about $40.
Worth more than 13.
And to top it off, I just thought this was a cool addition because, I don't know, thought it was cool. We got Wonder Woman. Nothing really special about her. I actually haven't checked her price. But the ones I'm missing now are Deathstroke, Flash, Superman.
Original superhero, though.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman is original Justice
League.
League.
These are actually all original. I'll show it in a sec.
Super Friends, Justice League, whatever you want to call them.
All original ones there.
Everybody knows Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's about all I got. Oh, I would show you it, but I really can't. It's a poster I got. It says Soar, and then it says Fly, Fat Ass Fly with Kevin Smith.
Dressed as Batman in sneakers.
Trying to...
And he got a rope around his neck. I believe he's jumping off of like a roller coaster or
around
something.
his stomach.
He's
He's jumping off of something.
This shit is crazy. This shit is funny.
I'll try to find a picture of it on the internet and put it.
Oh, we'll take a picture. Maybe we could put it as the little icon for the show.
Yeah.
The thumbnail, whatever.
But that's about all I have. That's all I have. Yes,
That's all you have? That's all?
That's all.
You sure? That's not enough?
No. Well, yeah. I can't really. I haven't read most of these comics yet, so I can't really explain them, and that's really all I got. So.
I won't pull out every single thing and go crazy with you guys. But let's just say I'm trying to build my Wolverine. Once upon a time, I had the miniseries 1 through 4 and 1 through 55, maybe 65. Around 15, 16 years old, I sold it all for weed. Dumb fucking move. But we do things when we're young that we're not always proud of. That being said, did my little homework, find out that the number 1 of the miniseries is worth like $630. Needless to say, I sold the whole fucking collection for less than half that price. And I wasn't even paid the other half. I won't even go into the story because it's fucking pointless and I'm just going to get irked. But I want to rebuild it. It's something to do. It's worse things to spend your money on. And I really like Wolverine. That was, my first real comic book that I got into because I was interested in it. When I first started buying comics, I bought Spider-Man and Batman and Superman because those were the heroes. That's what was popping. X-Men was out. I picked up a few of those comics. But if anybody knows about the late 80s and early 90s, the Silver Age, or I think it's called the Bronze Age of comic books. The volume 2 of Wolverine came out, like I just said, and I liked Wolverine. Wolverine stood out. This is 20 years before anybody was even thinking about him in Hollywood, and all that jazz. So I went out with the pretense of building that collection. Figured the Steaker Stash would have a stash. They had a nice amount. I don't know. Maybe 30 books, maybe 30 comics.
They had a lot. They had a good amount of the old school ones. Yeah. There's like a big box, and you would look through.
And I took every single one of them. And I barely got 40 comics. Wow. I took every single one that they had, plus the 5 they had on the wall. Just to know. And we bought so many comics. Let me tell you, we bought so many comics that we left. As you can see, Mr. Kane has some that are not in plastic. And I knew that, maybe we should have a little stash of plastics and cardboards. So we went back to the store after we left the first time. We went back 3 times. But the second time we went back, it was to buy 100 pack of plastics, whatever. That's what I'm saying. My man Mike, super mega cool. He just threw us. He blessed us, man. He blessed us with whatever, 10 or 15 plastics and backboards. And I told him, I asked him about long boxes, the white boxes that you dig through comics through if you go to a store. Dude gave me 2 boxes and showed me how to fold them and hook them up in my crib because I didn't think that there would be enough room in the trunk to build the boxes in the store. But I just want to show you so you know that I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting when I say I even bought the ones off the wall. This is the earliest one that I was able to get my hands on. This is Wolverine number 10. Woo! And as you can see, $30. And that's, I don't know if that's what it's fully worth. This was a $1.50 comic when it came out in 1989. For $1.50, that's a hell of a markup. You figure $1.50, if it was $15, that would be 10 times what it was worth when it came out. This is $30. So it's 20 times. Not too shabby. And I grabbed a bunch of these. Avery found it online right now. A 10 rating, rated by the the CGC, which gives the top of the line rating for good comics. A brand new comic, this one, brand new mint condition, like the one I'm holding, $100.
9.8 is, 99.95. I mean, $99.95. 9.6 is 100.
Look, it varies depending on where you go and how much it's rated. It varies between $30 and $100.
So basically, it's still worth a good chunk.
It's about what I paid for it. And I expect nothing less. These cats, they're not trying to get over on people. The comic book world, not everybody loves comics, and they damn sure ain't investing their money into them. So if you're going to be a proprietor of a store and you're going to nurture the love, because the people that buy these comics love them, if you're going to be the seller of something that people love so much, you don't want to be jerking them because you want them to come back. So you want to be fair. I wouldn't expect them to have a super markup. They had a super He-Man Voltron in the store. Like, I'm talking about 4 feet tall for like $300. You know what I'm saying? So they got anything and everything that a true comic book head or just old school cartoon head would love. If you want to be nostalgic about your youth, that's the place to go. Red Bank, New Jersey. I really don't know the address. We all have Google.
Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash. Oh, reminded me. I have 2 shirts that I bought from there. You keep talking while I get them.
Yeah. All right, no problem. I didn't even know because we went to Comic-Con back in, I would say 2010 or 11. I'm a little shady on what year we went. It could have been 2009. I really don't remember. But apparently I bought a bunch of Wolverines back then too. Because when we got home and looked through I had to go through the stash so that I was able to put them away properly, the ones that are really worth. I had like 30 or 40 Wolverines of my own. So I'm pretty good when at knocking out a chunk of this 1 through 4, whatever, 1 through 70 that I was missing. That's one of the shirts.
We got Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash one. And then we got this baby.
R2-D2 and hold it up better for the camera. Just hold it up. Just hold it up like a polo, baby. As you can see, you got Silent Bob as R2-D2, and I hate the reversal. And you got Jay as C-3PO, but R2-D2 is smoking a little joint. He got a little zigzag in his mouth, which I didn't know when he bought the shirt. Me and his don't fucking get crazy and think that we let a child buy a shirt that promotes marijuana. We didn't notice. I mean, R2-D2's white. The joint is white.
What shirt should I wear?
He won't wear it to school ever.
What shirt should I wear right here, right now?
The joint one. Since you can't wear it to school, might as well rock it here. But yeah, my man blessed us. We got blessed. Jackie blessed us. When I went to, I'm like, yo, Jay, because I had a few dollars. I knew that where I was going. So I had a little nugget in the pocket. But, Jay's the backup. She always, she knew where we were going as well. And I'm like, wow, I just put a stack of Wolverines up on the table. But I just noticed on the wall, there's like 4 or 5 Wolverines that I really, really want. But both stacks equivalent to about the same price. I don't know what I should choose. I don't know if I should go get abundance, get quantity, or get quality. Get 4 or 5 that are really, really good. Wow. Her words were, we just took a long drive. We're not coming back here for a while. Motherfucker, grab everything you can. Wow. And we did that. So, I mean, I won't even go through the diatribe and break down every single comic that I bought, but we left very ecstatic, very happy. We were taken care of. Like I said, we bought so much. My man blessed us with shit. He could have charged us for those boxes. They were like $5-10 each box. He threw me 2 boxes. He threw me a stack of, Granted, we spent more than a few $100s to give you an idea. I don't want to say the actual price because I don't want you to think we're fucking crazy people. But we took a trip to the Secret Stash to buy comics. to buy what we love. I have a 13-year-old son who, in case you can't notice, in the background, for some mundane reason, loves pop heads. He's got the whole goddamn collection.
And that's not even included.
Like I told my man in the store, you know that pop shit is a scam. And he's like, yeah, it's a scam, but, you know, they get me too. You know, he buys Flash or Star Trek ones or whatever. I think I started with Star Wars. And, of course, when you buy one, you got to get the whole set. And then you notice, oh, shit, there's a Princess Leia one. And you get that when you look on the back, and there's 8 more that you don't fucking have. So it's fucking crazy. You know, this is an addiction in itself when you're into comics and that whole world. You know, but like I said, there are way worse things to spend your money on. And anybody that knows Mr. ID and his past, I'm pretty sure y'all will all hope that I keep spending my fucking money on some comics. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. But that's about it for that trip.
One thing I have to share real quick is, you know how you were talking about Wolverine comics, and I just noticed you said number 10. It just made me think of what would number 1 be worth. Apparently, number 1, 9.9 mint, 1982. Is worth $4,800.
All right, I'm gonna explain something to you. That's a 9.9 mint, right? That's why it says rare, and that's the one I said cost $635. Because I don't know why they're saying $4,800. Because I see it pretty much everywhere between $400 and $650. I don't know why they're claiming $4,800. That's number 1 of the mini series. They were to test it out. It's like a pilot episode for a TV show. Before they do a real comic book, they do a mini-series or a graphic novel. Nowadays, they call them graphic novels. Back then, they would take one graphic novel and split it into 4 comic books and call it a mini-series. So that's number 1 of the mini-series. Anybody who's into Wolverine knows it's like the red cover with Wolverine on the cover, just with the claws. But the real number 1 is a black cover and Wolverine standing on top of a bunch of bodies. There's just, you know, dead bodies under him. He's standing like king of the mountain, king of the hill on top of that. But that's it for our trip to the Secret Stash. Again, we got to thank Mike and for big help. And my man that came after the fact from Hoboken. I forgot your name, brother. I don't want to butcher it. But cool as hell. You know, cool as hell peoples. He knows about Fiore's in Hoboken, the fresh mutts, roast beef and mutts. If you don't know about it on Thursdays, you know, get yourself up on the scoop, man. That's some good fucking sandwich right there. But that's it for the Secret Stash. Like I said, before this episode started, you guys saw our little walk through the town of Red Bank. Making our way to the store. The drive to the place, nothing crazy, just a few minutes of our trip. But we had a dope-ass time. We ate out there. We did it up. It was fucking dope. And I had a great time. It was dope. It was really dope. And I don't know what they're going to do now about Wolverines because they got none left. I left y'all with 0. I think I put 1 back. And that's because it was, whatever. There were 2 copies of the same one, so I put that 1 back. And I kept it fucking moving. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about that.
Might as well, they gotta go buy more, maybe. Probably go on eBay or something. Go buy a few more of the old ones. Or buy some new ones from a different place. And just reprice them. Anyway, it's gonna be cool. Jay and Silent Bob is a good movie, too. The Strike Back one? That's a good movie. That's funny. Okay.
Okay, what?
I don't know.
What's wrong?
I got tired. I'm always tired. I have school and stuff. What we got to talk about?
You're narcoleptic. That's the problem. You have narcolepsy. Please, stop. Wake up. Do some fucking jumping jacks or something. This week, the Oscars were this week. It was the lowest rated Oscars since 2008. Second lowest overall ratings ever that were tallied by the Nielsen ratings, the people that do the ratings. Of course, everybody knows about the controversy. Chris Rock hosted the Oscars this year. Jada Pinkett-Smith wanted to boycott the Oscars because no black actors were nominated this year. And everybody wanted Chris Rock to quit. But like he said in the bit, when he did his opening monologue, it's funny that everybody that wants you to quit something is always when they not working. You know, it's always a motherfucker with no job that wants to tell you, oh, you should quit. You shouldn't do that. You know, it's never somebody that's working. You know what I'm saying? He did a great job, I think. It's a very ill tightrope that he walked. He hosted the show when presumably Black America was boycotting it. You know, people didn't go or show up on the red carpet or even watch it on TV. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that the ratings were so low, you know. People want to say, it's boring to watch. Other than his monologue, people don't stay tuned. There were no big movies this year, so that's probably why they was low. Let's keep it fucking real. There was a boycott. Black people didn't watch. Therefore, 1 + 1 = 2. Ratings were low.
Lost a lot of ratings.
You know, second lowest ratings in the history of the Oscars. 88 years it's been on in a row. Second lowest ratings ever.
What?
On the same day that there's a boycott by Black America.
What?
Give Jada her props. The fucking boycott worked. Fucking worked.
Jaden Smith? Like Will
Jada
Smith?
Pinkett.
Oh.
No, the wife. Because her husband, Will Smith, who probably wanted to go, let's keep it real, but he wanted to back up his wife. He's not going to make his lady look stupid if she's out there hooping and hollering about stuff. You know, you got to back up your wife even if you think she's wrong. You know, he did a movie that was very serious about football and concussions. He learned an accent, an African accent. You know, he put his work in. He tried probably very hard. Maybe he had to pass up on Independence Day Part 2, a big money-making movie, so that he could do a movie with substance, thinking he would get the payoff. You know, thinking, oh, this will be worth it, even if it don't pay a lot. It's a hard role, and I'll be rewarded with a fucking trophy, with an Oscar. Or at least his wife thought that, because him not getting nominated got that bitch tight. Screw fucking loose. I mean, she went kooky fucking looky
I
on
always
it.
thought of her as a weird person. Like when you would see her on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff. She just looked weird.
Jada Pinkett-Smith?
She looked very shady to me.
I mean, she looks mean because she got that tough face. You know, she got that pit bull mean face all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
She is a pit bull.
it is what it is. I mean, I think Chris Rock did a great job with what he was handed. The jokes was funny. A lot of hit and miss, but a lot of hit. It was an ill topic, and he didn't shy away from it. He didn't go there and try to act like that wasn't existing. He tackled that shit right away. They said, I heard through the news wires and all that jazz, he had a full monologue. And when Jada Pinkett Smith came out with this whole boycott thing, her and Spike Lee boycotted the Oscar awards. He changed the whole monologue. He went back to the drawing board so he could address it. You know, he knew, I can't be a black man hosting this show when Black America's boycotting this and not address it, not say nothing about it. I'll look like an Uncle Tom, which is a sellout black guy. That's what they call a house Negro. Back in the days when they were slaves, the one Negro that lived in the house, he treated a little better, gave better food, better clothes.
Like, yes, boss.
Didn't work in the field, didn't get whipped as much, but he kissed the white man's ass. If the white man was sick, he'd be like, oh, we sick, master? If the white man was hungry, oh, we hungry, master? You know, he was an Uncle Tom. He was a sellout black guy.
He was.
So Chris Rock wasn't going to come off like that. I mean, the fucking guy said, back in the 60s, yeah, we wasn't boycotting the Oscars because it's kind of hard to give a fuck about best, foreign film documentary when your grandmother's hanging from a tree. Fucking God, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
I mean, it's funny, but it's brave. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. He walked that tightrope, and he did a good job of it. And it wasn't just the opening monologue. Through the whole night, he peppered in all that good shit. Yeah, he kept going back to it. I mean, he referred to Jada Pinkett through the whole night. You know what I mean? Bought out Stacey Dash. There was some type of thing there. I guess she was on Fox News saying something about Black History Month. basically, I don't know what she said, so I don't want to paraphrase something that I didn't see myself. That's an AV kind of move. I heard it on Twitter type shit. But she did something on Fox News that made her look like an Uncle Tom. She said something like, whatever. Why is there Black History Month? Why? What's the big deal? Whatever. And so he bought her out saying, oh, the new head of diversity and, equality in Hollywood, Stacey Dash. And she came out and shit. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was funny, man. He did his thing, man. He did his thing.
I never really looked at Chris Rock as a good... Is he an actor? I don't know.
Chris Rock? You don't know who he is?
I don't know who Chris Rock is.
You do know. I guarantee you've seen movies with him.
He's like a kids type guy?
You never seen Everybody Hates Chris on TV?
I did. That's a good show.
That's the story of his life.
Oh.
He's the voice of the little boy.
He is? I thought that was Denzel Washington.
Wow. You're racist too?
No.
All black guys look the same?
No. It was really messed up. In today in science class, we were watching a movie with Morgan Freeman as one of the guys, and I called him either Samuel Jackson or Denzel Washington.
He don't look nothing like... He got freckles, for God's sakes.
Samuel Jackson...
And he got gray hair.
Samuel Jackson had gray hair. I don't think Denzel does, though.
Wow. Oh, on Oscar night too, just a little tidbit of information that I'm pretty sure everybody knows about. Whoopi Goldberg was on the red carpet. So, they always ask you, oh, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Versace, blah, 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 blah. And on Instagram, some fucking magazine or whoever it is that posted, they said, oh, we didn't know Oprah had a tattoo. Because Whoopi Goldberg has a big tattoo or something. They called her Oprah. Proving the point that Hollywood's racist. Like, on the night that Hollywood's being boycotted for supposedly being racist against black people, they fucking do exactly what, people are accusing them of. Be racist. Being stupid. It's not just a mix-up. If you want to say, oh, that was just a mix-up, then you're racist. All black women look the same. All powerful, rich black women on the red carpet have to be fucking Oprah Winfrey?
Yes. I'm kidding.
But at least Oprah didn't get crazy about it. She tweeted or something. She said, that's funny, little funny mix-up, but, we all don't look the same. It was from Gayle King's Instagram or Twitter account, which is her best friend / lover, if you want to believe the interwebs.
She's a lesbian?
The rumors. These are rumors that have been around since Oprah has been around. Because she has a man named Stegman. Stegman. Bug out. But I think it's Stedman. But she never married him. He's like a boy toy. He's like a trophy himself. He's the guy to show, look, I'm a straight woman. You see? I have a boyfriend. But she goes to Turks and Caicos with this lady Gail. She's always with, maybe.
She's always with him?
She's a carpet muncher, maybe.
A carpet muncher?
Maybe. I'm just saying what the internet is saying. I have no idea. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what you call her, a carpet muncher? You can't call her, like...
A lesbian woman.
A rainbow dasher or something along those lines?
What is that, some new school shit?
No, I get it, like Rainbow Dash from My Little Ponies, like the rainbow.
I get it.
And you could say she's like rainbow dashing.
If you want to say that, hey, whatever floats your boat, dogs. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, they say that she's a dyke or whatever, a bulldagger. However you want to.
These names.
I'm just saying lingo.
What's a bulldagger?
I'm just saying what people, these are terms that people use. They're kind of derogatory, I'm not going to lie, whatever. But, bull dyke, whatever.
What is she, a silent Bob?
A dyke, a woman who likes other women, you know what I'm saying,
I'm
whatever.
Just
a lesbian woman, God bless her if she is. In this day and age, there's no reason to hide it. Look at Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres has a big show and blah, 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 and she's openly gay.
Ellen DeGeneres is gay?
No, she's not. She is. She's openly gay. Like, she promotes it.
I never knew that. I knew she had a manly haircut, but...
That's it. I mean, there's a lot of news this week. You figure, I I was gonna talk about Erin Andrews.
Who's that?
She used to be a reporter for ESPN, who she was videotaped or photographed without her consent in a hotel room. This was back in like 2008, I think, in a Marriott hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. Some guy, a stalker, presumably, rented the room next to her room, made sure that she was there because he was on the stand. They're in court right now. And he said he heard her laugh, talk on the phone, made sure it was her. When she left and stepped out, he drilled a hole through the peephole. He did something where he made a hole and put a fake peephole, a fake see-through thing, so that he could remove it and videotape her or take pictures of her naked. And she's been on the stand in the courtroom crying with her crocodile tears about how she was traumatized and all this crapola, which it is a violation. I get it. Nobody want to be recorded naked without them knowing. It's something, it's something different if you with your lover and you're doing it consensually. You want to make a little erotic tape. That's on you. But you in the shower or you just getting changed, whatever, and somebody's recording you naked, dog, that's crazy. And then she had a very public job at a time before Kim Kardashian, at a time before a sex tape would catapult you and make you more famous and give you more work. This was a time where something like that would destroy your career, and it did. It destroyed her career at the time. She lost her job, her gig on ESPN, and NFL, the sideline, all that good shit. It's gone. Gone-ola. Se acabó el party.
Party?
Yeah, the party's over. You know what I'm saying? The party was over. But she got offered Dances with the Stars. She did a season of that. Not that I watch it, but I've been watching the recap of the trial. And after that season that she was on that show, I don't think she won. But hello, she's the fucking co-host now.
She is?
She's the co-host.
Oh my God.
So you can argue that the tape helped her career.
But she's still going to be like, it traumatized me when it really didn't.
She's suing the Marriott Hotel for $75 million.
Well, they're boned.
But yesterday, the defense lawyer, the lawyer for the guy, got her to admit on the stand that she has benefited from this publicity, from the tape, or from the naked photos, from the nakedness, that somehow she did benefit from that. She says, the ordeal of the sportscaster Erin Andrews, she goes, oh my God, I was naked all over the internet. She said that on the stand while she was crying. It is traumatizing. Like I said, nobody want to be recorded naked. I don't give a fuck how good a body you got. Everybody's self-conscious a little bit about something about their body. So if you know you being recorded, I don't know, you holding your gut a little more, I don't know, you do something. But if you don't know you being recorded, it's just out there for the whole world to see. It's kind of crazy. It could be very embarrassing, especially at the internet. Nothing can ever be erased. You could screen save a shot. There are ways. Once something's up there, people do blogs. They send it to their boy. They email it to their mom. They do memes. There's always a version of it somewhere. It's pretty fucking hard to get something off the internet once it's up. But she wanted to be the girl next door who loved sports. This is her talking on the stand. And now I'm the girl with the hotel scandal. The Fox sportscaster tearfully told the Tennessee courtroom Monday.
Well, that's what you get for...
The testimony came amid Andrews' ongoing $75 million lawsuit against the Marriott Hotel in Nashville, where she was secretly filmed while undressing in 2008. Yeah, it was video. It's off a camera phone. In 2008, this is what, 4 megapixels back then? We don't have super iPhone 6S at that time. Barely maybe had an iPhone 2. You know, I don't know what was
He had
out.
like an iPhone 4S.
In 2008, my nigga.
I know, there's no way to find out.
Yeah, you do that. You look that up there. R&D department. That's my research and development right here. He got my back always. But like I said, the defense attorney for the guy, which I don't know his name because I guess I didn't find him that important, he got her to admit on the stand that she has benefited from this scandal that supposedly traumatized her, and that she needs $75 million for all the emotional distress
had an iPhone 3G.
that she's been put through. iPhone 3G was out in 2008.
And it had...
You sure?
Yes, and it had 2 megapixel camera. With a 480 by 320 screen resolution.
Okay, so my point being,
It's not a lot.
it's not a 15 megapixel with super HD 1080p. You know what I mean? But even if the picture was black and white,
really bad.
taken in 1840 with a fucking, you know, like it'd still be a picture. You know what I'm saying? It still would be you naked.
That's
So
so messed up.
you know, it's still crazy.
No.
It's still crazy.
2 megapixels is actually super bad. Now that I think about it, it goes for like $32 now. This iPhone, and it's only on eBay.
And since it's sports, you know, we're vaguely on sports. The combine, the NFL combine, started this week. Today, if you don't know, it's the first week of March.
It's March 2nd.
March 3rd, something like that.
2nd.
I say March 3rd because the video's gonna go up on the 3rd, you know. I'm trying to do the, you know, I'm trying to do that, but somebody's not catching on.
I don't know.
But you know, you know, combine, motherfuckers run really fast in straight lines. I don't know why they do that. What's the point of running a 440, you know, whatever, in 2.2 milliseconds if you never run in a straight line? Unless you catch that ball in one end of the field and run all the way straight, really, really close to the sideline, you're juking and pushing and spinning, and, you know, football is about getting through motherfuckers in zigzag formation. Rarely are you running in a straight fucking line.
Yeah, I don't know why they did
So
that.
what's the point of knowing that? You know, like, you know, they make them do all these acrobatics, you know, jump up high. How fast could you cook potato chips in a pan? You know, they do all types of fucking things, you know, to, you know, give these guys rankings.
How far could you cook potato chips in a pan?
You know, how thin could you slice a potato and how fast can you do it?
Make you do that.
You know, whatever it is that they do.
They make you
Bunch
cook.
of-
They make you bake cake.
25 on the Wonderlick, whatever that means. Carson Wentz, I guess he had a fantastic combine. Whatever the fuck
What
he
was
did.
it, like a second or two?
I don't know. He got 25 on the Wonderlick.
My friend.
They
showed me
also, I mean, of course you got to know this. They're going to make you a millionaire. If you get picked in the first round, especially, first few, you know, first draft pick, all that shit, you're going to get $1 million contract if you make the team. You know, 'cause if you're drafted, that don't mean you're in the NFL. You still have to make the team.
But you started now. It's easy to get into the team.
No, you've been drafted. You allowed to come now to Giant Stadium and practice with us. But we're still gonna watch you practice. And if you're not up to par with what we can only pick 50 guys to be on the team.
True. So it's like what, a few hundred?
You know, yes, at least 100 guys show up.
So half of those guys get to.
Ain't gonna make the cut.
I feel bad.
And so you souped up. Oh, I made it. Crying, hugging your mom. I've been drafted. We made it. You ain't make shit, motherfucker.
We made it.
You know, you might not even make the practice squad, you know?
made it.
But the first round guys, especially, they're going to see a pretty penny. Their life will change, especially if they come from tough means, you know, a tighter pocketbook, as it were. And they put you through mental exams. All 32 teams are going to sit down with you and ask you questions. Not just, they'll ask you football stuff. Hey, if it's third down and they call this play, but you got a chance, what are you going to do? Just to see what you'll say. Because even if you have an opportunity to score, it's not about you, motherfucker. It's about the team. So you got to give that right answer. You know what I mean? Got to be smart. But you also got to be like a good person. They don't want to give $1 million to a jerk off. You know, for example, I don't like to use that, but for example, something quick that people can understand, like a Johnny Manziel. You know, a guy that's going to take his money and money, throw it away. It's all about dollar signs. In case you didn't know, Johnny Manziel comes from oil money. He was rich already. His family owns oil rigs and all that. Oil farms, whatever you call it. He got money. He don't have to work a day in his fucking life. So he's already entitled. He had a talent. He has a talent. He's very talented. You know, in college he was talented and he did his thing. Won the Heisman Trophy. You know, did his fucking numbers. NFL is a different beast. And Johnny Manziel's a little shorter. For example, Cam Newton is 6'6", 250 pounds. I think Johnny Manziel is 5'10". I don't know. You know what I mean? He's a little guy. And people always say, oh, but look at the guy from Seattle that he won the Super Bowl. What's his name?
Who?
The guy from Seattle that he won the Super Bowl. Oh, everybody knows his name. That he's a goody two-shoes. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is a short, stocky guy, but he's stocky. His body is made for hits in the NFL level. And he's a special type of talent. Yeah, he's short. Their thing is, if you're short, you can't see over all these guys. How you going to throw the ball down the field? So if you're short, it's a disadvantage. And Johnny Manziel's on the shorter side. Johnny Manziel came to the NFL and didn't do that great. He didn't wow the fucking crowd, you know? And he made the mistake of being a pompous asshole before he ever really did anything to prove it, you know? At least RG3 had one good year. You know what I'm saying? RG3, people feared that man. That first year, when he came to play the Giants, Eli Manning was shook. Because he knew this guy is a special kind of talent. You know, he can't just throw the football. He can run with it. And he's lethal. He will embarrass us. And he did many teams that year. What happened to him after that? I don't know. He collapsed. He shut down. Maybe he got full of himself. I don't know. But Johnny Manziel was doing McDonald's commercials before he ever put a Browns uniform on. Before he ever left college. I remember him getting a ticket in his hometown and tweeting some shit about, oh, I can't wait till I blow up and, you know, get in the NFL and leave this fucked up, corny life of a regular person. So I could be above this getting ticket shit. Dog, you're crazy, dog. You know, you counted your eggs before they hatched. That's why they say don't do that. You know, you're kind of wilding. But I say all that to say, a person like Johnny Manziel, you don't want to make the face of your franchise. You don't want to give the keys to the castle to a guy that's going to go to fucking Vegas on the weekend and piss your money away. And he's not going to be practicing hard. You want a guy that'll come early every day and leave late. He's the first one in the workout room. He's the last one to leave. If a guy's having a problem learning his play, he'll break it down for him. He makes everybody around him better with his work ethic. That's what these owners want to give the keys to. They want to give the keys to somebody who's responsible. So even if you're mad talented, you can't let that shit gas you up. You got to remember, this is the business of football. These men that own these teams, they're billionaires. They don't got no time for the bullshit. They don't want to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into all these players and building these teams to go broke, to not see a good return. Because if you don't do well, the shirts don't sell. If you don't do well, the seats don't get filled. And every time they make a stadium new and pretty, every time they do something dope, that costs money. They got to get that revenue back. So that's why the combine is like a big deal, because they put these kids through all this shit so that they hopefully could give the keys to the castle to somebody that's deserving, that deserves, and that can handle it. You know what I mean?
Handle it.
Like what Cam did when he walked away that I made a big rant about.
Yeah.
That's not great.
He didn't answer any questions.
Yeah, he barely answered questions, then he stormed off. You know, he kind of got tired of it, threw his mic on the ground and left. Like I'm not beat for this. If they had a time machine and could have saw that 5 years ago, I guarantee you the Carolina Panthers would have thought twice before taking him. No matter how good he's done. No matter the fact that he's MVP this year. Yeah, because that's crazy. That doesn't show great leadership.
Yeah, he's kind of
You know what I mean?
pompous, man.
And in that instant, he just let his emotions get the best of him. A true leader handles his emotions better. A true leader knows all eyes are on me. My team, these other 51 guys, are looking to me for guidance. We're all hurt right now. We're all feeling that sting of, damn, we almost tasted it. We was almost the winner. And we fucking lost. Everybody's feeling like that. But you can't be like that. You got to be like I told you. You know, they had a good game. We weren't at our best today, you know. But we'll be back next year, bigger and better. We see what we did good this year. We'll learn from our mistakes, you know. And all that. All that bullshit talk. Double talk. That's what a good leader does. He knows how to put on the front. You bitch and moan and scream and throw your fucking helmet against the wall behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But not in front of the cameras, dude.
Punching walls.
You know what I mean? That's not it, my dude. So that's what they're testing these kids for at the combine as well. Their mental faculties. So they hit you with trick questions, you know what I mean? Like they'll ask you about plays. They see if you're ready for the NFL. Because some colleges aren't very NFL ready. You know what I mean? They're not NFL ready. That's the best way to put it. Division 2, Division 3 schools, you know, they're not really running offense like the West Coast offense or some killer defense like the 85 Bears. You know what I mean? They're just chimichanga fucking playing, and they maybe got one good player on that team. That's why they go far. So they're going to hit you with some responsibility questions. You know what I mean? They might go around asking your friends on the team who you played with questions about you. You're the best quarterback in Jersey. You come up, All-American, right? They'll go to Xavier and be like, hey, you know, when your birthday was around, you know, how was Avy? You know, what did he give you for your birthday? You know, I heard that the whole team went to your birthday party. Oh, yeah, but Avy didn't come. Hold up. Avy's the quarterback of your team, and he didn't come to your birthday party, but the rest of the team did? That shows bad on you. And that example I got from a movie because I wanted to use a good example. You know, I'm not deep into sports, as we all well know. I like comic books, for God's sakes. Let's keep it real. You know
Sports kind of guy.
But, you know, it's interesting because sports is basically gladiatorial bouts. There's superheroes against villains. It's a bunch of guys in costumes with fucking masks fighting. And they're just doing it with a ball instead of a sword or a fucking gun. You know what I mean?
That's a little harsh.
I mean, that's a pretty good analogy. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good breakdown. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's exciting, but I like to watch the recap of sports as opposed to the boring-ass long game, especially baseball. I just can't.
Baseball is boring.
You know, it is what it is. If you're at a game, it's fucking dope. I've been to Mets games. I even been to a Yankee game. And I made the mistake of wearing an Orioles jersey at that Yankee game.
Uh-oh.
I got a few hecklers. People walk in, Orioles suck! And I was like, yeah, I know. And they're like, I was trying to diss him, and he agreed with me, Bob. You know, like, just leaving drunk white boys mad as hell.
Why'd you wear an Oreo?
Because it's the only baseball jersey I owned.
Oh, my God.
And I had just got it from Morley's, and I wanted to rock it. It was Mitchell and Ness, dope ass fucking jersey. You know what I mean? So I wore it.
I
You know what I'm
want
saying?
a
Whatever.
Supreme jersey.
I only got heckled like 6 or 10 times.
That's a lot of times to be called.
At least I wasn't accosted.
Ooh, you suck.
Yeah, and then every time like, I know. Don't I? Don't they? Or you suck. Don't they? They're fucking horrible. Go Yankees. People are like, Arsh? You know, they can't understand.
You do that.
Because I do like the
Arsh?
Yankees. I only bought that jersey for the colors because it matched the hat I had. I'm from the hood. I'm very simple. It's not that fucking deep. You know what I'm saying? Does every hat that everybody owns, do you like that team? You know what I mean? You think every blood in fucking California likes Boston Red Sox? They just buy the hat for the B. Because it's a red B. Do the fucking math, bro.
I mean, everything I get is the teams I like.
The Jets and the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
How do you like the Jets again?
It just runs in this mom's side of the family. Everyone likes the
That's
Jets.
right, your mother's side of the family. And the Celtics?
Celtics were the first basketball, like, when you put on basketball when I was a kid, you put on a basketball game, saw the Celtics playing.
You're a fucking liar.
What?
The only reason you like the Celtics is because somebody gave you that Celtics jacket.
No.
All right.
Someone did give it
Whatever, man.
But
Whatever,
Look.
dude.
you put on the game when I was a young kid, and I saw Celtics playing.
Conor McGregor is going to fight Nate Diaz this Saturday. It's almost over. And, hold up, I'm getting a little hot. Mr. Kane, hold this down for half a millisecond.
All right, so the Boston Celtics, they are just NBA championships. Wow, they haven't had NBA championships since 2008.
Oh, they won in 08?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they have Kevin Grant, right? Or somebody?
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is the point guard.
Oh, no. That's not 90. That's not 2008.
No, I mean now.
Oh.
He's a point guard.
Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
You mean Isaiah Thomas Jr., his son?
No, Isaiah Thomas. Like, there's no junior next to his name. It's literally Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, whatever.
And then we got Marcus Smart as another point guard, I guess, as a substitute. Another substitute is Avery Bradley. You got a small forward. You got Jay Crowder. You know, all the guys on the team. You get the point. I don't feel like naming.
Those are the people now?
Yeah.
In 2016?
Yeah. The centers are kind of weird. James Young is a small forward.
Uh-oh, it's getting grainy again.
Yeah.
That means it's getting late.
It's really dark out, and it's 54 minutes in.
It's okay. Yeah, we're almost done. Boston Celtics, you love them, I guess.
I love him.
I wanted to talk about leap year. And we'll close the show with this.
What is I know what leap year is, but
I know what leap year is too. I mean, everybody knows every 4 years you add an extra day to February. I don't know. Just wanted to do some research about it. I'm like, why? For what?
what?
You know what I mean? Who does
When
that?
did you think of this? Who just eats cereal or something like that and just goes, I wonder why leap year is leap year?
Yeah, I wonder why every 4 years they add a day to February. Yeah.
What did you find on the internet?
No?
No.
No?
A good
You don't
question-
wonder about
a good
stuff?
question would be like, why is Superman and his only weakness is kryptonite?
Because
You
it's
know?
a radioactive rock from his planet.
Why is Green Lantern?
Because Hal Jordan bumped into the guy who died and he gave him his ring. The guy who policed the area, the Milky Way galaxy,
You got that correct.
died.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
died and he passed.
Why did Iron Man keep making suits?
I don't know, because he was traumatized from fighting the aliens. I have no idea.
That's things you gotta wonder.
He had a post-traumatic stress disorder, and the only way he could, keep from going crazy is either take Xanax or build more fucking suits. You know what I'm saying? Just 1 second, half a millisecond. Because this shit is crazy. It's like a crazy breakdown. Wow. All right. We got to go back to figure out why there's a leap year. I'm laughing because now you got me thinking, why the fuck did I even care? Why did I do this? Woo! All right. In 46 BC, that's 46 years before Christ, or before the Common Era, that's what BCE means. But BC, people say before Christ, you know. The Egyptians figured out that a year on Earth was 365.25 days long. So there's a quarter of a day. You know how the moon, 12 hours a day,
Yeah.
12, sun, whatever. So if you really do figure it out, because Caesar used to visit Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Back and forth. And at some point in 46 BC, the Egyptians figured out that there was 0.25 days too much. What the fuck are you going to do with this? That means every 4 years, there's an extra day. If you really do that math. So to compensate, they added a day every 4 years. That's exactly what I said. But Caesar went back and added the dates of February since it was the end of this calendar year. And it stayed that way for about 1,600 years. So the reason he added it to February, the extra day, is because on his calendar in Rome or whatever, February is December. February ends the year. That's the way they did their calendar with the pagan gods. Saturn and...
So there was January, February?
Yeah.
And that's it?
January was like November.
Oh.
And February was December. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
That's the way it was, I don't want to get deeper because this goes too deep already.
No. Stick out.
All right. So, like I said, that lasted for about 1,600 years. So from 46 BC to about 1,560, right? 1560, right? All right. Now, a year on Earth is actually 365.2422 days long. So it's not even a quarter. It's not a full 25. That 0.0088 equals to 11 minutes and 14 seconds. That difference adds up over time. So what happened was around the 1500s, 1560, whatever, religious holidays kept getting pushed back. Little by little, they were later and later every year. It was never the same because of this 11-minute difference, right? So Pope Gregory the 13th and a commission that he had, they figured out the calendar was off by 10 days. Since 46 BC to that point that they noticed, add up all the 11 minutes and 14 seconds, it came out to 10 days wrong. So they reset the calendar. They reset it. And they skipped leap year 3 out of every 4 years that ended in 00. And everything will stay the same. I hope you're keeping up because I can't even explain this. The American colonies.
You lost me.
All right. Remember I said there's an extra 11 minutes.
Yeah.
They did it wrong. Even though Caesar, they figured it out in Egypt, they still did it wrong. By adding an extra day every 4 years, they still fucked up. So in 1550s, 1560, the Pope in Rome and a little commission, they reset the calendars and added 10 days. They made it right. And then to keep it right, they did the leap year thing every 4 years, right?
Yeah.
But people don't trust the Catholic Church. You got to remember, the Inquisition, they're killing people, burning them at the stake. People can't have ideas about space and science because you're going against God. So nobody trusts Catholics, especially Protestants. And these are peoples that came to America. The colonies, the pilgrims, all that jazz. So the American colonies, they didn't accept the calendar until 1752. So for 200 years, there were different dates and fucking shit all over the fucking world. And for fear of anything Catholic, and many of the Protestants didn't accept the calendar until 1775, a year before the Declaration of Independence. They're still fighting over something that was figured out in 46 BC. And I'm not even going to mention the fact that the Gregorian calendar, which is Pope Gregory the 13th's calendar, is off by 26 seconds which means you won't have to add an extra day until the year 4909. I say all that to say that if we never had a leap year since 46 BC, since the inception of this whole bullshit, right now, today, it would be July 15th, 2017. That's been the Son and I podcast.
You know
for
you know what's weird? While you were talking about that, I was wondering I just looked up Cleopatra and somehow I segued into burnt tomatoes.
and you were wondering
I don't know.
what date it would be if there was no leap year,
I
or
was,
how to burn a tomato.
I was wondering how a tomato could even get burnt. And I looked it up.
You cook it on a fire for a long time, Mr. Kane.
Looks like rubber.
It's the Sun, and you already know I'm Mr. ID, and this has been the Sun and I.
I wonder what happens if you type in burnt pepperonis. Oh yeah. Son and I. Video podcast, all that.
It's been done. It already faded out a long time ago. You're late, dog.
Burnt tomatoes. There we go. I mean, burnt pepperonis.
All right.